this is Jose Castillo with ThinkJose.com. We are here at Depot Street Brewing in Jonesborough, Tennessee, and this is one of the only microbrew places around. I don't know. I will ask all those questions here in a second, but let me introduce the proprietor here. Tell me what's your name and how long have you been brewing as Depot Street?
Yeah, my name is Michael Foster, and we've been brewing here about 4.5 years in East Tennessee. We're the only real microbrewery this side of basically Knoxville or from Asheville, that area here.
Sweet, excellent. Now we actually have a home brewer here as well. He tried to sneak in and like get some free beer. He was giving away beer on Twitter, and so I think I was one of the first to show up. Steve showed up, but he was like, I don't want the beer, and I'm like, well, I'm taking the beer. So say hi. Hi. He's a home brewer, but you know, competing with microbrewers. Maybe we could have like a death match, cage match kind of thing or something. But we're going to take a quick tour of the space and see some of the beers that he brews and kind of his setup. So let's go do that right now. By the way, this is his office, which is just beautiful. And he's kind of a loft style office here that looks down into sort of the retail area where he sells growlers and bottles as well. So let's take a little tour. What do you say?
All right, sounds good.
So we'll go down the stairs, and of course every brewery should have a watchdog. Keep an eye out, because we are brewing beer. And
you want the official tour?
Oh yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Okay, well we're brewing beers, traditional beers. What we do, say like I make a lager, and the way I make that lager as traditional as possible is I get the grains from Germany, I get the hops from Germany, I get the yeast from Germany, and then I filter my water down, try to take as many of the minerals out as I can, and then add the minerals back so they match, in that case, the water profile of the city that this beer is famous for, which is Dortmunder. Dortmund, Germany, actually. So it's called a Dortmunder beer.
And which style is that?
That's the Lustgewürztraminer. That's,
okay.
That's my German lager that I make.
Cool.
And the reason for that is those beers became famous in certain locales predominantly because of the water. Because over the centuries the brewers learned what beers lend themselves with the water they had to work with.
Cool.
So if you want to make traditional beers, that's an important thing to do.
Nice.
So we take malted grains,
right?
And malting just means that the
oh, we got some grains.
Yeah, we got some grain here. That's what these are. Just means that the grains have been wet and started the sprouting process, and that just maximizes the carbohydrates. And just before the little tendrils come out, they roast them, which maximizes the amount of carbohydrates, and therefore you get the most sugars, and you can make the most beer.
Cool.
So we take all that malted grain, put it in the hopper, falls down into the mill, grinds it up, and an auger takes it to the other side.
Cool. Excellent.
All right.
Now you actually have, and what is, oh, this is your water filter?
Water filter.
Okay, cool. Right. Excellent. Let's keep on moving here.
All right, keep on moving.
And of course you got some nice beer posters here as well. Now, oh, look at this. Wow, look at that. He's got a nice little magazine article there as well. Very cool. It's like, who's this crazy guy with the camera?
Normally go by here, you know, it's hard to walk past the taps without having a beer.
Yeah, let's do that then. Here we go. We got, are these your 8 different beers that you brew?
Well, we do about 12, 15 different beers a year. Usually we have some that are available all the time and some that are available some of the time.
Gotcha.
You know, so they'll rotate in and out all the time.
Nice.
This is the Depot Express American Style Amber Ale.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a nice color on that one.
That is nice.
Yeah.
Looks really nice. Yeah. Really cool. All right, I'm going to take a little sample.
Okay, yeah.
Here we go. Let's take a little taste. That's very nice. That's excellent. All right, American Style Amber. Let's keep the show on the road here.
Show on the road into the stainless section. If I don't make it as a brewer, then I can always open up a dairy barn. I think they're walk through a dairy barn. Both of these doors open at both ends.
Cool.
That'd be good.
Nice.
So we have to make the cows walk slowly, but it'll work.
Well, and I definitely hope that you stay a brewery and don't go into the milk business.
Oh, I hope so too. This is much more fun. And cleaner too, your hands stick. Anyway, the grain comes up here into these 2 tanks. Comes into the first one called the mash tun. These 2 tanks are called the brew house. This is where you actually brew the beer. This first one, we're basically just heating up the grain enough to get the enzymes to come out of those grain, work on those carbohydrates and convert them over to sugars. It stays in there about an hour or sometimes less. Then we transfer it over here to the brew kettle. This is where we actually boil it. And we boil it to get rid of certain proteins, and we boil it to sterilize it, we boil it to concentrate it. This is where we start adding the hops. And it'll boil in there anywhere from 60 to 90 minutes generally, sometimes longer. Then the next stage is to transfer it over here to the fermenters and add yeast. But of course it's boiling, and yeast can only live at a narrow temperature range. So we have to chill it. So I've got a tank full of cold water here called the cold liquor tank. That must be Fred.
Right, yeah, it's water.
Just water.
Right.
So
how did the French get their hands on beer naming? That's really what I want to know.
So those two fluids go by in the heat exchanger. One gets hotter, one gets colder. So I can set the temperature and come out here about 70 degrees. So I add the yeast to it, and then the yeast start multiplying, and they make flavors, a lot of different flavors. There's hundreds of different types of yeast, and they all have their own flavor profiles. So you have to choose the yeast for the beer you're trying to make. And of course alcohol and CO2. You can see like this one here is blowing off some CO2.
Oh wow, yeah, so that's all the bubbles that are coming out from the beer.
Right. This is just a one-way valve, so nothing goes back in there.
Gotcha.
So after about a week, the yeast have used up most of the available food supply. So most of them go dormant, they fall down to the bottom of the tank, and you rack the beer off the top of them, and then you let them ferment for a little while longer. And then when they're done there, you ship them over to the bright tanks. You add some finings to clarify the beer, add some carbonate, and you have to test it constantly. It's a tough job, and I volunteered, so.
That's tough to test, and that's what we're doing right now.
That's right, and when you think that the flavors are right and they're mature, then you keg or bottle.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So, and what's a rough percentage of your beer brew versus bottled versus
I'd say
kegs?
80% is probably keg and 20% bottle right now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, where are you shipping your beers to?
We just distribute right now. We're just staying local, so we're just East Tennessee.
Excellent.
So basically the Tri-City area, although we did branch out into Morristown and Knoxville, but I pulled back from Knoxville because this area was booming so much.
Cool.
I didn't want to drive that far.
Yeah. Well, you also have a sweet ride outside too. I know we might have to take a look at the
the brew bus.
Yeah, the brew bus. That's one of the coolest things that I've seen driving around is a bus full of beer, and it is a short bus, but I love it. The Depot Street Brewing Bus.
Yeah, I got this thing on eBay. It was a handicap van. It's great because it's got a hydraulic lift. I can load the kegs down on it. It's got dual air conditioners on it. It's diesel, so I'm running biodiesel in it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So, yeah.
Very cool.
It's a cool little car. And this is everybody's dream too. It's a 4-tap trailer.
He's got all the cool toys, that's for sure.
Toys. We can put taps in here and pull them out there, and holds about 16 kegs, so you should be set.
So we're ready for the Super Bowl party then.
That's it. We can do it.
Excellent. Well, so this has been really cool. Thank you so much. Really appreciated the tour, and keep an eye out. What's your Twitter username?
Depot Brew. DEPOT BREW.
Sweet. And keep an eye. I have a feeling there'll be more specials coming up.
Thanks a lot.